Come link with me under the Iroko tree. Make a reason, the every season. Speaking the truth for the youths. Maintaining the spiritual rules. Maintaining the spiritual rules. Maintaining the spiritual rules.
Blessed love, welcome forward again. Universal family, African family underneath the Iroko tree. Iroko reasoning, spiritual roots. Tapping into the spiritual roots of things as always. Mer, Hotep, Uncle Jah, Seneb. Welcome forward as we come forward in the spirits and energies of Ubuntu. My act, I would say give thanks to the ancestors, big up the ancestors for showing us the good and the bad. So we know what to choose from. Yes? And through all of that, we find the awakening. That's why we say tap into the history. And if we learn the history, we get, if we can recite and verbatim the dates and all this, but just to know the foundation, the groundation of what we are coming from. The truth is in the beginning of everything. And we just need to tap in this so realize, yeah, this is what we need for there. This is what we need to go. As in the African space, Sankofa, we go back, look on what was then, take from it what we shall, and move forward, doing better. Yes? So with the, as we say, nature, as usual, mother, nature, yes? And we give thanks. Yeah man, we give thanks. We're gonna get some, generating some vitamin D in the space. So, today I did have the intention, I want to apologize for those who look forward to the videos. No, I'm going to put up none for the last week or two. Where you know life will happen and we are trying to establish some things so for future 10 years down the line can set even a little better way. So we get caught up, time slip whereby time slip where most some of the time and we just get caught up in our way to try establish and manifest. So we apologize for that, but we're still there, we not give up. Still plant the seed, we still learn and share. You know what I mean? Still learning to unlearn to learn. Yeah man, and we are sure that as well, you know. So my apologies, and we're still here, we're there. And we give thanks for the support. I say keep supporting, keep sharing, keep liking, keep subscribing, commenting. Yeah man, we hear your views on the things then where we question the narratives or we try challenge, because that's what we are here about. And it's not to seek so much that truth, but seeking what's better. And from what's better, then I guess truth will be established. So that's how we're there. We did intend to do a different video today, but after watching a video earlier on, and not the first way I have the thought, but it kind of pushed me to say, alright, but we take a little focus on that aspects of the living, so to speak. So I want to call it the social experiment ritual, the great manipulation. Yeah, so we're not going to have herbs corners in this one and real life challenges, because the root of this reasoning is in itself is a life challenge. So we're just going to jump into the main root of the reasoning. Yes, yeah man, when we look upon it, we are in a movie which is a literal social experiment by the so-called powers that be, as we refer to them as they, and the powerful and Mr. Big Head and the people that we hardly see. But if we really look, we see them system at work, and we are gears and wheels in that system. Not how we not see it, not how we miss it. Only how we feel so the way we behave is based on our initiative. When there is a system set. Yes? So the video was based on the sister. I've watched a couple of her videos before she did with spirituality and breaking down the way we behave and all of that. But it's like now she wake up to the reality, say she's also caught in the ritual, so to speak, which does not make her information invaluable. But it's just to realize, say, even when you do good, sometimes a part of that good is also being used to manipulate others. To gravitate them, to capture them. So now that you have them and capture them in the background of where you are trying to say there is something else being shown. So while they're looking at you, they're not focusing on you. And they hear the value that you're trying to give, but there's something distracting them from that value to take it on, to use it. Because something else is distracting them or attracting them. And none of we no escape. It's that somehow we reach a point, just like how she realized that she's a part of this experiment. Somehow we just not wake up yet. So that's why we should go back to the history and of our story, because most of what we have as history is his story. You know what I mean? Those who wanted to manipulate us. And if we realize that there's this great manipulation from the way we have sex, the way we think, so we love, the way we think, the way we eat, the way we drink. It's all an experiment. We are so connected to the cellular, this cellular, and we're totally disconnected from the cellular. You know what I mean? When we look at a tree, we just see a tree, branches and leaves and probably blossoms and fruits. But do we remember the root, or the little minute lives, the microbes, the all of the things that's below the surface of the earth, that all the cells that put this tree together, and each tree in its own way, just like we as human. Are we seeing that? Are we awakened to that fact of the experiment, of the experience? Are we seeing that? Do we have time to stop and look and listen? Yeah? How the wind play with the leaves and the sounds and all of these things. So, what's the great manipulation? The social experiment, the ritual. And we talk about ritual, why we think we get up every day, going to this particular place, doing the same thing over and over and over. All for what we consider is valuable, which is what we call money. Yeah? Something that is not really valuable in essence is our belief in it, why it is valuable, which makes us the money. So remember how we are moving. We are got you and manipulate whatever system them give you for manipulate. If you believe this thing in action, so it generate all the way to generate based on our belief. So our dumb downness is still our doing based on what we then set with it do. You know what I mean? Our povertyness, our poorness, our lack of money and resources is being manipulated by us just the same based on the system what them give it to stay in. So and we not see it, because as I'm saying, when you're so close to the thing, it's kind of hard to see it. The greatest player of whatever sports we're watching is the man on the sideline, the spectator. He play the game greater than the players on the field, because he have time to see that thing where the player now say. So the player on the field find it harder for even, because he's so busy in a way, I try to do this. Might be good, but he was something else so he could have implement, but in brain I did this because he try, you know what I mean, reach to the outcome there, which is winning, which is the aim of the game. So we get caught, and we not see it. How much we can go and work looking like this, beard up, yes. And then like me, I say me not out of it, because if I fall in a certain situation, if we go back in that what we call workspace to earn that money, we still have to go conform to certain things. So it's not like me, I say me escape, but when you're there, I want a particular place at a particular time, you have a time. And your eye kind of open and you get a bird's eye view of what is happening. When you're not so caught up and busy moving around, just trying to get this thing with them till you forget. And then in at the end, you don't really own nothing. Yeah? Because for your house or piece of land, you still have to pay tax, your car, you still have to pay tax. And if you fall up on these taxes, you're in some kind of penalty. So you really own. Yes? And when we talk about money, for a place like United States or wherever else where credit is the money. So if money did really that valuable, how can credit now be established as something even more valuable than cash? So if money did, or preferably we should not look at money as just cash then. You know what I mean? Because based on what we know a little bit about America, it's run on credit. So it's credit this, credit that, your credit have a good for you can do certain things and all of these things. So the little cash is for you for just run by the supermarket and get little food and, you know what I mean, pay the bills and all these things. But if you want nothing real, substantial, so to speak, or scare, it becomes a credit thing. So that we tell us now cash or believe in so much is just a manipulation. And it is our belief in it why it is working. Because if we can get plastic buckle to be established in a wide, broad sense as a form of currency, and it is believed by the masses, the populace, then that in itself can become money. Yes? We just need to create the believable system around it. And this understand this what we say. So the great manipulation. And we did a video where we talk about mind chipped. Over there talk about chipped. We have been chipped years, decades ago. For us as black melanated people, it's been through the way of slavery. Once we're looking to the Willie Lynch method, the Willie Lynch letter, the making of a slave. And that was about breaking us, the black family. Yes? So I think what we need to do, because we're still there under the manipulation, and we feel say all what we are doing is just based on, as me say, our initiative, our thinking, and we're so independent of all the things that's manipulating us, which is not so. We need to recognize this. So I guess what we need to do is take a willful out-of-body experiment, where we kind of send out the energy outside of ourselves and then look on the actions that we are doing. And then we are going to even say that, and it might sound crazy to ones and ones. But we have these powers, and it's not even nothing that deep. It's just things our will, our minds to do, and look at our actions and then check our actions and see if it really makes sense to the essence of life and what life is supposed to be. So the things when we look on all this time that we talk about we want to get back to normal. When we say that, we really look at what we say, what we really want to get back to. The injustice, the murder, the killing, the unfaithfulness, the daughter over there, so the mother over there, so the son over there, so the father over there, so no unity within the family. So therefore we can't have unity within the community. And this we really call normal, and that we really want to get back to. And then if we look on the facts that we even call that normal. Yeah? And that's how we did mean to live or meant to live. You know what I mean? And we have a next video we want to look on the yin and the yang. Because if it is that we really believe so much that it was meant to be good and bad in the way we have it, so to speak, then what are we praying for then? If we believe say it's supposed to go for one, then what we are praying for it get better for them. So we want to look on that too. So as we say, we are challenged, we are think, we are look, we are question. And that's what we are about. Yeah? Finding the better way to go forward. So the great manipulation, the fact that you get up, if you got this work where we're setting that is like one of them little toys that wind up and Lego. Yeah? So we get up and we rush out and we forget the makeup. It's probably the best thing that happened to you that day. Because what we focus on now is not that we forget the makeup, but focus on what we think so we are wear the makeup for, we realize that we go through the day and those things still happen, or even better things happen even though we don't have on the makeup there. And when we talk about makeup, we talk about the shave up for the man them, the well groomed, the well this, the well that, and then the literal makeup for the woman them, the putting on of the paint. You know what I mean? Because it is still a makeup when we run go sit down at the barber shop, we can't make our hair grow for 2 weeks. Because we have to, it's considered grooming. And then we look at nature and grooming. Nature is the most well groomed thing without order, in the sense of how we know order. But look at nature in its own sense of grooming is how the fruits come, is how the food come. It is how the bees go and do what them do, and the butterfly and all these other creatures where we're not even connected to full life, because we see them as separate from us. Yeah? So when we talk about makeup, it's just that, not just what the woman do and put on and the false things and the false that, because we have put on the false persona as well. You know what I mean? Look on the way we have relationships. We have a next video for do, we're going to talk about why we look how we get weak and frail, we can't talk truth to one another. It becomes the reason what war, what the lies and the manipulation keep us somewhat docile and peaceful in that sense. If we look on these things, if we question these things, if we challenge these things, what we're so caught up in the manipulation, the social experiment ritual, the great manipulation of the mind. As we say, we've been chipped decades now. When I can look on my black skin and love my black skin, I want to bleach it out, my nappy hair. And the next thing we look on, we hear come like antenna, it go up so it a contact with the cosmos, with the atmosphere. We want to lie down, just want to deal with gravity and all of that. When we hear it, show with something. I defy gravity and I show us this power. We're connected somehow, somewhere. We're different. But what they are used with difference to manipulate ourselves into the sameness of others. We now see these things. This is the great manipulation. Look on that, we talk about money. We mention the money. You can sell something like a man stand up out time starless and sell a jelly. But at the same time, you see him drink a soda. Yeah? Him not chop 2 or 3 out of the jelly for drink because I look on him profit and I say no one drink out the profit. But at the same time, you use the profit to buy soda and alcohol and say you cool down and you quench. Which that is not contributing to your health. The jelly is more contributing to your health. But we get so manipulated into the money that we see the money over our health. And it's crazy. And we need to look on these things. You know, see, we even continue to destroy the same thing we want for comfort, you know. We destroy it in the name of going to get the money. And then we get the money and the same something that we destroy as what did that we comfort, you know. We want to buy back, to get back that comfort, you know. We don't see these things. Yeah, so it is like 1 generation back. You will never, when we have a piece of clothes and I want to tear the pan, we dash that way. It's like rub floor, it become garbage and we burn it. But now we work hard, we go into the store, go buy these things. And if we realize these things can wear, got the places where we consider work, we go earn that money, you know. But we get that money, we go buy them and we can use it and walk around in society. Yeah? So we don't even see the manipulation in that. So we don't think for ourselves, we say, then if, why am I going to wear it walking around in a society in a this, but we can't wear it go one place where them deem important and for them workplace and it's controlled and all of this. We not look on these things. Yeah? Well, the great manipulation. Yeah? Look on the things that we consider fun and we take as fun. Half of the things that we use as fun and take as fun, you know, are things that are detrimental to our health, you know. Because of this we go with the bad eating, the bad food, the bad behavior, the bad drinking. And that we consider fun. Yes? And when it comes to most of us, we do some social activity to contribute to society on a greater valuable sense or level. We find it hard because we're so beat out and use up so much of our energy on all the negative things. But we're not even see as negative. We check these things. We need to tap in, as we say, spiritually. We are passing to the youth them. As we hear a brethren say, if you take feces, make a cake, and take real chocolate, spread over it, and take a bite out of it, it's still going to taste like that thing there. And it's still going to be that thing. And that not majority of what we in a society will do is that. Cover up the nonsense, the foolishness, the stupidity, under what we consider looking good or being good. Yeah? Manipulating ourselves into doing the negatives even more. And ending up with the same outcome over and over, up on generations, and we can't wake up. We've been chipped. The great manipulation, social experiment, rituals. We're doing these things over and over, up on generations. Through education, through religion, through socialization. All these things are just experiments. And the greatest part of it, you know, while you might not be able to escape, but you can participate at a lesser level because everything is connected if you really look on it. But when you can control yourself to a certain extent, then you don't become, you can pass on something to your child now where pull them away even a little bit, then pass something to them child or children, or pull them more a little bit, as them say, out of the matrix. The great manipulation. We don't realize that we can't even speak truth. Yeah? On all these platforms and now you can't come say you can't say vaccine. Yeah? You can't hardly say COVID-19. Something out there and already established, but if you talk about it a certain way, them pull down your information and you get censored and all these things. We don't realize the craziness what we are doing, what we involve in it. Them just wind me up and let we go and we just moving around. Zombies. No thinking for ourselves. It's crazy, man. And we need to wake up. The other day I write a thing on me, I said that one of the most dangerous things to a child is a parent where stuck in the mindset and can't see the need for change the mindset to give them children something other than what them know. You know what I mean? Stuck. Not just repeating the same thing over and over. One of the biggest manipulation is to separate the black family. Yeah? The man and the woman always at odds. Whether that is monetary, whether it's giving bond, cheating, do all kind of foolishness. And when I realize all we need to do is just stick together. Yeah, man. And this is the power there, you know. So when we come to the realization, so them take we empty we out of our way of living, our spiritual way of living, and then beat something else into it, we begin to look on life a really different way. And that in itself ensures that we try pass something different to we pick them. So some of we literally take the cocaine and the crack and those literal drugs. If we realize the makeup is a drug. If we realize if we go sit down in the barber chair is a drug. By way of society's persuasion that we have to do these things. The way we dress is a drug. Yeah? The way we worship is a drug. What we eat, how we drink, how we think, all of it is being used as a drug because we are hooked on these ways and these things within the living. And if we wake up one day and don't get the chance to do one of these things, for whichever group it fall in, we feel like something gone awry, or something awry, something wrong. And that's what we come to know as normal and take as normal. Yeah? That when a one like me or anyone else come and say, yo, tear up clothes and tight clothes, you're going to look on weird because you see the trend. And at the time, and we said, no, I know that if we wear, you know. Better just wrap a piece of cloth around here and go on. No, me, I going to be the madman this up. We look on these things. We're so manipulated that we're not seeing the manipulation. And as we say, it's not like me escape, but me reach a place where we can see these things for what they are not, so to speak. We need to wake up. And we're putting them in the trap just to see them. As we say, the body can't free if the mind is not, if the mind is still in captivity. We have young people now we want the dearest set of car to drive, and them where them a work for can't buy it, you know, so them got to take out a loan. You know, live nowhere now. You got to take out a loan to get the big car, and then you now have to work double time to go pay for that car, and then you drive it to the gas station, put in the best fuel, and only have enough left to go buy one banana chips and one soda. Put in your body. We don't see these manipulations. Yeah? We take a nice daughter and we manipulate her to the point where she now become addicted to negativity. You know what I mean? She can't see herself just because you did come manipulate her, trick her, show her, say, boy, this is the way, until you really reveal yourself. But it's too late for her now, so she better just go on with it because she wake up and she don't want to convince herself, so you know, so it's a mistake to make. So she can go along with it just to keep it on a level, to see, to tell herself, say, yeah, it makes sense. Because she don't want to realize, she don't want to admit to herself, so she got manipulated and tricked into what she's doing. And this is what the great experiment have us doing to each other. And we not see it. And even if we see it, the one we are throw it and a point with it, we see them as the one being controlling and the one that we are talk madness. Yeah? As one of the next virgin did say, Nearly Fuller, the way of the machine is working so well that you not even see the machine working. So when I want to tell us it's a machine in our work, you one of the gears, you one of the wheel, you go look at them and say, what kind of madness you do? What are you talking about? No, me and you in a so do the same thing. Yeah? What we realize is it take one gear, one wheel to stop work and make the others realize we can stop do this work and we can start doing next work for ourselves. We can break it. But take collective effort. Yeah? We get caught, we get stuck. It's like my old lady. I can't really show her certain new things or to think one next way. Because she's stuck in the old way of doing things. No matter how much what I try to show her is making things easier or better somewhat. In a more valuable sense. It's hard for she to take on. Because she's been so set in those ways and those thinking. So, that happened to in a wider society. And it's madness. And we not see it. And when ones and ones try to show ones and ones, it's like, them are the mad people. Yeah? Also, we give thanks, hopefully, we probably not say everything, but hopefully, as we always say, one example of one thing is an example of everything, so we can just take from this and just apply across the board and look on ourselves. It's madness. Craziness. We get caught in that. I will give thanks that we could have come forward again with the next reasoning. Universal family, we need to wake up. African family, we need to wake up. Get forward. We need to get forward to ourselves. And really deal with the rooted essence of life. And not just be using the makeups that they give us. So we have gotten so in love with these things. It's hard to pull yourself away. Because now we have to deal with the withdrawal syndromes. We have to deal with the withdrawal syndromes. And if we can't bother with that work, we'd rather go along with the lies and the manipulation. So it's a blessed love. Hopefully you got something from this. And as we say, it's not like we escape. We are dealing with ailments, we are dealing with sickness. But it's when we say, we reach a point where we can realize. And then we can give you the information we should have get earlier, so we could avoid certain things. We want to give you earlier now, so you know say you can avoid certain things. So if we reach even one, we give thanks. I hope the item can just share the message, share the seed, plant the seed around the place, and so everyone can come partake of the fruit in the harvest. So we give thanks. So blessed love. Stay safe out there. Check the information. Use sense to dissect the information. Just don't run around like we head cut off, like chicken. As we say, the great manipulation. Things that don't make sense just don't make sense. And if we realize that, blessed love, give thanks. Stay safe out there. Peace.
Come link with me under the Iroko tree. Make a reason, the rebel season. Speaking the truth for the youth. Maintaining the spiritual rules. Maintaining the spiritual rules. Maintaining the spiritual rules.